What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this week I planned on getting out a video with the kids, but it's taken a little bit longer than I thought, so gonna have that out next week. So decided today, Wednesday, to come down to Parx Casino and play the third Play Every Hand challenge. First time here at Parx for the challenge, and this is my old stomping grounds. This is where I used to play live. I used to play 10-10 every single day here for almost 2 years after Black Friday, before New Jersey Online started. So we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna get in there, play 1-2. This is the third session of the Play Every Hand challenge live. We're up $96 right now on the challenge. You guys voted on Twitter for the goal, and the goal is gonna be $2,000. To make $2,000, I'll donate half of that to charity, donate $1,000 to charity if I can reach this goal, playing every hand. I expect the competition in here to be a little bit tougher than the first two places, but that might just be kind of like a Parx bias. I don't know, we'll see. So let's get right into the hands and see how it goes. So that definitely could have gone better, but it was fun. My buddy Anthony was there again with me to film from the other side, so gonna have some pretty good clips in here. The sunset right now is pretty ridiculous. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's pretty nice. But yeah, so the session that we just played. Table was pretty boring, to be honest with you, for the most part. There's a guy to my right who was having some fun.
I do have to say it was a moronic call I made, and I got very lucky.
I'm doing that too.
I hope you win. One for the moron rate.
Play every hand, you're bound to hit one.
Yeah, that's the blind squirrel theory. Of course, you have to have a pretty big bankroll with you. Although I have a friend who does that in blackjack, and he seems to come out okay. I don't know. It's like he's Rain Man.
We were having some fun actually at the table, but the action at the table was mostly pretty boring. I'm gonna get somewhere where the sun is not shining directly in my face and then go from there. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So if you guys are not familiar with the Play Every Hand Challenge, this is the third video in the series of playing every hand live. The rules are that I must put money in the pot pre-flop unless there is a 3-bet or an all-in in front of me. So I can limp and fold. The goal is to raise money for charity. Like I said earlier in the video, you guys voted and $2,000 is what I'm gonna try to win. The session was pretty poor the entire time. I didn't win very many pots. The table was definitely not as good as some of the other tables that I played so far in this challenge as far as action goes. So if you saw the last video, I usually try to develop some sort of dynamic, especially with the person to my right. Hopefully get them playing a lot of pots and playing pots with me. And so early on it was evident that I'd be able to do that with the guy to my right. He limped from the small blind and I raised to $10 with Jack-8 offsuit. He called. The flop came 7-5-2 with 2 hearts and a diamond. He checked, I bet $10 and he calls. The turn is a 9, which is a good card for me. It gives me the double gut shot. Still have 2 overcards to what was on the flop. And so he checks and I go ahead and continue to bet. I bet $25 and he makes the call. He has about $100 behind, which I plan on shoving on most rivers. The river is an 8, offsuit 8, so we make a pair, and he checks, and I decided to just check and show it down because I think I'm going to be good enough of the time. So I go ahead and check, and we do win this pot against his Queen 7.
Monster on the river.
A little bit later, we played this fun small pot where he opened to $6, and I 3-bet to $15 with Ace-Jack of clubs. We checked the board down, and the flop had come King 10-9 all spades. And we checked it all the way down. He bets, I fold the river, and he shows that he has Queen Jack of spades for the straight flush. And unfortunately for him, they have a high hand here every half hour, but it didn't start until 3 o'clock. And so he got no high hand money and no more money from me in the pot. One of the biggest pots that I lost early on, this guy, the same guy, opens the $17 under the gun. And I'm under the gun 1 with deuce 3 offsuit and have to make the call, which is always not going to be a winning call. I'm going to tell you guys, it's not going to be a winning call. And we go heads up to the flop. It comes King, King 3 with 2 hearts. He bets $25, and I think I have to continue because I've made a pair, so I call. The turn is a 3, so we make a full house here. He checks and I check, not really trying to build a big pot here, and thinking that I can just get one more street of value if I do have him beat, and if not, then I'm gonna possibly induce a bluff or whatever. The river's a blank, and he bets $30. I think with the price that I'm getting, I probably can't fold. Don't think he's bluffing too often, but we have a full house and it's $30 to call. So I make the call and he's got ace king and we lose that one. So not really winning many pots with showdown or without showdown. I definitely missed a good bluff opportunity in this pot coming up right here.
You get 20 people here to cash it in for you. You might even pay tax on this shit. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You're saying that.
Holding about aqueduct. That's what people used to do with aqueduct.
Heads up, guys.
Everybody used to daily double. Old guys like me would be standing by the windows, give them $100, $50, and they would cash them in.
John B wants to know. John B
I
wants
wonder
to
how the
know.
kid got a hold of over $100,000 at age, or what he did.
Stole someone's credit card.
Something like that.
It's like my friend owns a construction company years ago. We go down to Atlantic City. He's got to be about 20 years at least. He wants to play blackjack. So guys, I want to play craps. So he goes, let's go blackjack. She goes into the pit, right? One-on-one with the dealer, puts down 10 grand. Okay. Hits. Okay, so you got 20 grand. Leaves it out. Okay.
Let's it ride.
That's right.
And then we get to the big hand. I limp under the gun with 5-7 of clubs. There's a couple more limps and the button makes it $16. I call and the hijack calls. The flop comes 9-6-4 with 2 diamonds and a club. I check, the hijack checks, and the button bets $30. I have some different options here. I can definitely check raise, and it's definitely a hand that I would like to check raise some percent of the time. I'm more apt to do it heads up, where I think he's going to be c-betting a wider range, but I thought that he actually I thought that it was pretty likely that he had a strong hand here, so I went with a call, and then the hijack made it $120. The button thinks for a while and makes the call, and now I'm kind of in an interesting spot where I'm getting a decent price. Probably only likely to see one more card. It's probably a fold, but we didn't come here to fold, guys. So I make the call, and we take the turn 3 ways. The turn is the deuce of clubs. So we now we have a flush draw to go with our straight draw. I check. The player who raised the flop jams for $180. The button thinks for a while and makes the call. And now we're just getting such a ridiculous price with a straight draw and a flush draw that we just put it in there. We go 3 ways to a river card with about $900 in the pot. The river is the ace of diamonds. So we end up with 7 high on the river. That's probably not gonna win. The hijack shows queen 7 of diamonds. The button shows ace 9 for 2 pair. The hijack's gonna win this one. And we're gonna call it a day. End up losing $550. So that brings the total for the challenge to minus, that brings the total to, I can't do math. I don't know what the math is. So that brings the total for the challenge to minus $454 so far after 3 sessions. No big deal. We will try again at another venue. I felt like coming into this that this might be one of the tougher places to play just from experience in these different casinos. Like, I really need to be in games where there's not as much pre-flop raising, playing 9-handed poker, because if I'm in there having to call raises with, you know, $17 raises when people have $80 stacks, and I have to call a raise with 8-deuce offsuit, it's not gonna be pretty. So definitely gonna fare better with this challenge at casinos where there's more passive play for sure. So we'll see where we head to next.
So yeah, there was this kid recently who was playing online poker. He was on Joe Ingram's podcast, who I think is playing PL.
All right, so home. I just want to say that was actually the first time that I've played at Parx again in the new room, and it's unbelievable. It's so nice. It was really cool to see everyone there, and a lot of people hugging me and saying hi and like, where have you been type things, like they saw a ghost. This right here is the best feeling. Did we win? We did not win. We did not win. Sorry to let you down.
Daddy didn't win. Subscribe, like, comment down below, give a big thumbs up. Bye!
See ya.